with the sounds of this drum, we welcome you back to the last leg of Stories Untold. Today we have been taking you on an entrepreneurial journey. Right now we bring it back to Gauteng. We go all the way to the East Rand to bring you the story of Lebo Rapetswa. Lebo, as she is fondly known, is drumming the principles of unity and acceptance in the workplace. This despite her struggles with multiple sclerosis. Here is her melodic tale.
Together with her business partner, Lebo Rapetswa is moving to the beat of her own drum. Having left corporate jobs in government and broadcasting, she pursued the often lonely and misunderstood career of social entrepreneurship.
Does social entrepreneurship pay the bills?
Does it really? No. But the funny part is actually does. The only challenge with it, it's not understood.
Lebo runs a couple of businesses whose aim is to empower individuals and uplift communities. Like here in a township in Ekurhuleni, where she's meeting with local business people to help connect them to better opportunities.
Of interest particularly are those who are in business, who are going to tell us what their dynamics, what their challenges are, and where they wish to be helped, how they really wish to be helped. So this is just that approach that says we don't impose the solutions to the community, but we inquire so that the interventions are more sustainable and more relevant and more accurate in helping this particular community.
Part of a business is also a bit more upbeat, bringing exciting rhythms to often difficult discussions that need to be had.
In the corporate world, you have social issues. So people come to work carrying whatever they are going through at home. So unless we can help them deal with what they are carrying at home collectively and together, they don't perform as well as they should.
Together with Reggie Scheepers, their company Mosito Afrika harmonizes strategic conversations with drumming.
Lebo just invited me one day to a school event, and then we realized that it works really well together, the drumming, because the drumming prepares people's hearts and minds. It gets them to participate more. They volunteer their stories. And the thing is with Lebo is she deals with difficult topics in her strategic conversations. And so what we found was that the participation would be very reserved until you started to do the drumming, and then people would start volunteering and get into it. We realized if you put people into the right mental state first, then they're ready for that kind of difficult topics.
And being from two different backgrounds themselves, with Lebo being a black Pedi woman and Reggie a white Afrikaans man, their partnership is a reflection of what they aim to achieve through their team-building business.
Our mission is to get South Africans to a point where they can respect and appreciate each other by virtue of being human beings, away from titles, from classes, from the levels of income, from anything really. Can we just look at each other and learn to relate and work together? And I've seen that works magically when we can just respect each other. Organizations grow better when that landscape is different. So being a social entrepreneur is really begging for money to do that. Which doesn't always work out, but where we've been, we've really gotten positive feedbacks.
Lebo's inspiration to bring understanding and sympathy into the workplace was sparked by her struggle living with multiple sclerosis, which is also known as MS. It left her feeling isolated at work.
My symptoms were so bad that I had incontinence, so I couldn't even hold up my pee. For instance, as soon as my brain picks up that I'm ready I need the bathroom, it's exactly the moment it also releases. You just can't make sense of what you're going through. That time mine was also my left foot paralysis, my right hand paralysis. At some point my vision was also affected. So it just affects your body, just disables you.
Lebo recalls one slightly embarrassing incident.
One moment I'm coming to work, I try to get out of bed and my body is refusing to move. I call my helper now, first thing I need the bathroom. My helper comes, carries me to the toilet. I'm at the toilet. My helper calls my mom, who came to stay with me as soon as they realized there was something. My mom is sitting with me in the toilet. Now I'm sitting and I can't get off the toilet seat. And I remember my mom saying, would you like me to wipe you? I'm like, the world is just so wrong right now. There's no way my mom is going that far, you know, but that was my world.
In 2014, Lebo was told she had just 2 more years to live.
I was just in and out of hospital continuously, and the final treatment they had given me, I was now going to the 3rd type. Having picked up a lung clot in my chest at some point, I remember my family crying in hospital thinking now she's dying, you know, at that moment in time. And I remember saying to them, it ain't happening yet. I'm not dying. God hasn't said anything yet.
That was a life-changing moment for her when, although almost entirely paralyzed, she decided to adopt an active life both to improve her own well-being as well as that of others.
The first step rather was, I need to be able to walk. What am I going to do? So I couldn't raise my family's expectations and anybody's expectations. So I started waking up at 5 in the morning when it was dark. It was winterish. I would go to the garage, pull myself into the garage. When everybody's sleeping, I remember my aim was to touch the ceiling or the rafters in the garage. So I would start jumping just this much. And I'd feel, okay, I jumped, I did it. And I'd be like, tomorrow you can do more. Just keep waking up. Nobody has to know. So every day, and I eventually jumped. And I thought, let's try the road. Can you run? And I got out and I went to the road silently. And I saw my body really responding and really becoming positive. And after running, I feel a whole lot better every day. After doing some physical activity, I genuinely feel much better.
I didn't really know anything about MS when we met, but just her fighting spirit always impressed me, that she never let it get her down. I mean, I wasn't even aware that it was potentially life-threatening. So it was inspiring to see, to see her meet the challenge and refuse to give up. I found that very impressive.
Although there is no cure for multiple sclerosis, Lebo is, however, well on the road to recovery, one step and drumbeat at a time.
And on that beat, we pause things here for this week. Remember, we took you on a very informative journey of entrepreneurship, and we thank you so much for watching. Remember, you can catch all these stories on our YouTube channel, searching for Stories Untold SABC. Alternatively, go on social media and tag us using Stories Untold SABC. Thank you once again for watching. Until next week, goodbye.